Hi everyone, this is Rosemary Massaros, an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! I'm also known as Craft with Ro. So thanks for joining me tonight. This is my second week series of my video training with me being on vacation. Didn't want to disappoint, so I am bringing you live a great stamp set with, excuse me, two different techniques that we'll be sharing tonight, all featuring the Prairie Grass stamp set. So let's get to it. I'm excited to share with you these two techniques. I will be checking in and be very happy to answer any questions while I'm out and about in my travels. So thanks for joining and enjoy the show. So here are the four cards that I'm sharing with you tonight. We are going to make two of these cards. Very excited. And we're going to show two different techniques, one a little bit simpler than the other. This one here is using masking tape, and very fun technique. Love the textures that it brings in the background. The other one is using our Thoughtful Journey paper. And I'd love to share with you a stack of it because so many of the 6x6 series paper DSP is perfect for the stamp set. Fun, simple stamping, add a sentiment, and boom, you have a card. But unfortunately, my craft room is a total disaster after our virtual weekend, and I cannot find it. It's crazy. But anyways, perfect paper if you interested in just stamping and sending it out. Here is another one that is easy. My stamping on here wasn't perfect, so we'll see if we can figure that out. But we are going to do some masking and some blending to create a very simple card. 1, 2, 3, quick, easy. And then we have my last card here, which is a technique I showed back a few weeks ago. It's called block stamping. So please check it out. And you guys can see how fun and different it blended together. So basically what I did was I took this block, I inked it up, I spritzed it with water, and then put it down on my cardstock in 3 different colors. Fun, easy technique. Again, love the way that, and you'll never get one card to be identical to the other, but just provides a really fun, different look. So that is our 4 cards. This is the stamp set that I'm featuring today. It's Prairie Grass. It just came back in stock. Perfect timing for this video. Love the supportive sentiments. Great for sympathy cards. It says, sometimes life is just hard. So very sorry. My shoulders are yours. My shoulder is yours. I'm sending the healing prayer of love, and you're not alone. I'm here for you. So it's a clean stamp set, so it provides great impressions. You don't need that stamping pad underneath, and you have so many different options to choose from. So let's get started in crafting. So the first one we're going to make is with this masking tape technique. We'll move these out of the way, put them to the side, and we have our masking tape, right? You're going to need to pick 3 colors. You can pick more, and actually the width of your masking tape can vary. It doesn't have to be as thick as this one. This is about 1.5 inches. And I am going to be going with Melon Mambo. I'm going to go with Highland Heather. And I'm going to go with Crushed Curry on here. So I'm using Crushed Curry as my card base. This will be for my inside sentiment. We are going to go with a black matte. And then this is 3 1/4 by 5. And we're going to be masking right on this piece right here. So really easy. And let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more for you guys. And I think I'm going to go with my Crushed Curry first. See that it's already open. And I'm going to definitely take off enough that is going to be the width of this paper. And I'm going to just smash it right on here, kind of rub it on. You might get a little bit of ink on your fingers. I will agree to that. Look, I already have. And I am going to rip this off and see how it looks like on the bottom. And we will probably get that uneven mark spot there, but I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm going to just line it up here, rub down to get that impression. Rip that off. And we got a nice little mask mark there. We'll go with our Melon Mambo. And you can choose any colors you want. I just think these three colors look really great together. Again, I'm going to rip off just enough to cover the width of this card. And I can get that to unstick. Here we go. Here's our Melon Mambo. Again, same idea, concept. And I'm going to take this, line it right out underneath. We haven't done this one in quite a while. Nice. Look at, I love that it has that little vein there. And next we're going to take our Highland Heather. Oh, it ripped. I have a, let's see if we can make that work. I think we can. We're going to be putting a sentiment towards the bottom, so it won't cover the whole bottom. Or I could have pulled another piece and actually, grabbed my masking tape that I used with my crushed curry and added another section there. But we're going to take our Highland Purple. I think it's called Highland Heather. It's purple. And I'm going to go right down towards the bottom there. And didn't really come off on the edge there. So I'm going to just do it again, just to see if I can get some additional color there. I love the way that grain just feels like it's coming down perfectly to match. I'm going to do some on the other side as well, because it's supposed to be grainy. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Let's clean off these fingers. And let's clean off this desk. Put our inks away. And then next, I am going to use, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to use black. And check this out, guys. I took our white blank ink pad, that is really for white pigment ink. It comes with white pigment ink, but I use my Tuxedo Memento Black ink, and I ink this up because I want to work with a little bit bigger of a pad versus that smaller case that the Memento Black comes in. So we have that, and I'm going to take our Oh, what are these called, guys? I'm drawing a blank. Cottontails. I know that they puff out and they create white pollen in the air. And I just remember that my mom was extremely, extremely allergic to it. Cattails, that's what they are. I knew it would come to me. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take this. We're going to line this up right along the bottom here. And we're going to create a nice sentiment. I've already pre-puffed it. I embossed it. You're not alone. I'm here for you. I'm going to put that right towards the bottom. So let's create our card base. Oh, you know what? While we're stamping, let's stamp the inside of our card. On this particular one, I just took the yellow crushed curry and created a wild wheat grass. And I think I'm going to do the same on this one. Love my chamois. And put that right here. Go with our crushed curry. Nice, perfect. Decorate the inside a little bit. Be able to write a nice note. So we're just going to line that right up. And everybody asks how I get it so even most of the time. And I don't always, I will admit that. But I look from corner to corner, and it seems to work. Then we're going to take our basic black cardstock. I'm going to line that up towards the top here. And take my finished masking tape piece. Line that up like so. And you know what? It's not as quite of 1/8 of an inch as I want, so I'm just going to trim this down 1/8 of an inch. Sorry, I don't think you needed to watch me cut that down. And I know this doesn't line up at the bottom. I'm not worried about that because we are going to put our sentiment right here. And I'm going to line that up. I think it looks perfect. It says, "You're not alone. I'm here for you." And actually, on the inside, I could be putting "My shoulder is yours." That would be perfect to go with this outside sentiment. And then our newest online exclusive gems, they are the low profile sparkle dots. And what I love about these is that they are such a low profile. It's not going to get hung up in the postage, and you don't have to put extra stamps on it. I have tested that out. So I'm going to take the yellow here, and they're nice and sparkly. And there you have it. Can you see the glitter on these gems? Let me see if they show up better here. Not the best lighting, but see how they've got a little bit of a shimmer in each of these colors? So perfect for fall. So there we have our 2 cards right there using masking tape. The next card I want to feature and share with you is this card. So simple to make. Excuse me. All you need is a card base. I've already got this pre-scored. And at this juncture, I'm going to bring out my Versamat. Now, obviously, if you have a glass mat, that works. I have a glass mat on my craft desk, but quite honestly, it's kind of heavy to keep bringing in and out, in and out. So I'm going to line this up like so. Actually, I'm going to line it up this way. And I'm going to take a different type of masking tape, my green masking tape, wherever and that's probably right here in my vicinity and I don't see it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I just had it. Not under there, it's not under there, it's not under there, it's not under there, and it hasn't fallen. Oh, I had it with my Versamat. Silly me. Right in front of my eyes. So, here we go. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. And as you can see, I'm going to try to line this up. This is going 4¼ inches across, but I only want to mask off about a 1/2 inch on each side. So I'm going to rip this off. I like this masking tape. It's an old product. They sell it on Amazon. And I got mine from when I was with Close to My Heart. But it's very thin, and that's what I like about it. It masks really well. So I want to make sure my card face is straight. And I'm going to go from this 1/2 inch line down to that 1/2 inch line. So I have that lined up. And now I'm going to go on the bottom here, and I'm going to go a 1/2 inch as well. And it's going to be brought up just like so. And we are going to take our blending brushes, and I'm going to be using 2 different colors. I'm using our balmy blue. Oops. And I'm going to be using lemon lime twist on these 2. So as you can see, I've left my, maybe I need to go down just a little. I left my all-purpose mat right on the back here so I can dab off. So I'm not getting these big splotches. And I'm just going to lightly start blending. I'm not putting a lot of pressure in because I don't want it to be a really dark blue. And I'm just going to go right off the edge here. I definitely want to make sure I'm covering this line so that I have a crisp edge. And I think we have just enough, but I can always come back. And then I'm going to take my lemon lime twist. Again, I'm stamping off to get any of that excess. And I'm just going to, again, a light, gentle brushing. And I do want to slightly go over the blue, the balmy blue. More than enough ink on there. Just a little up here. I want my edges to be rough. They don't need to be as bold, because that's what's going to make the impact on the card. And then I'm going to take that off and remove that. And we have a nice, simple blend. How easy was that? Quick, right? And I'm going to take our large wild wheat here. You do need a larger block for this. And I am also going to, instead of using black, I'm going with our newest color, Secrecy. This is one of the 2025-2027 colors. It's one of my favorite, and it is on sale. All of our in colors for 2025, 2027, inks, paper, re-inkers, various workshops that feature the 2025, 2027 colors are all 15% off through the end of this month. So we're going to take that, and because this is such a big stamp, I don't know if you guys do, but a lot of times I'll stamp upside down on it just to make sure I get a good impression. I'm going to wipe my hands off because I don't want to get extra ink on my card like I'm notorious to do so. And I'm going to just bring this down, and I'm going to bring it slightly down, just about. I don't want to go off the page, off the card base. I'm going to go right like this. Perfect. And then we can put our sentiment on here. Again, I'm going to use Horror, and I'm going to use So Very Sorry. Perfect sympathy card. I can add ribbon, I can add embellishments, but on this particular card, I just want it simple, classic card. Nothing that has to get fancy. I'm going to just put, and there we go. Fun, easy. I love this stamp set just for its simplicity alone. It's supporting endearing sentiments as well. So again, all featuring the Prairie Grass stamp set. If you are interested, the number is 166168, Prairie Grass. So fun creating these cards with you. If you've enjoyed what you've seen and love learning these new techniques, please follow me on YouTube and subscribe. Here is our masking technique. Here is my block stamping technique that you can find on my YouTube channel. And then here, again, a very simple card featuring our Journey 6x6 paper. So thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure creating these cards with you. Again, I'm Rosemary Massaro. Please follow me on Facebook as well as YouTube. My channel is Craft with Ro. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm always here, and I'm always here to help. So thank you again, and have a wonderful week. Bye.